Hey guys, so just before this episode starts, I wanted to take a minute to let you know that with everything going on in the world, with the anger that's going on right now, with the protests that are happening, not only all over this country, but all over the world, know that we here at World War G, and I know I speak for AJ as well, we support you, and we stand with you. Because we say later in this episode that racism has no place in today's society. And on a personal note, if you are tired of hearing about this, if you roll your eyes when you hear about this, do me a favor. Feel free to stop listening to this episode. In fact, feel free to never listen to this podcast again. Trust me, we'll be just fine with that. We support the Black Lives Matter movement to end systematic racism, not just in the police, but everywhere. And I'll leave you with this quote. It's from Action Comics, number 775. This is Superman speaking. He says, "Dreams save us. Dreams lift us up and transform us. And on my soul, I swear, until my dream of a world where dignity, honor, and justice becomes the reality we all share, I'll never stop fighting. Ever." Enjoy the episode.
This program is part of the Cosmic Potato Podcast Network. For more shows like this, visit our website at cosmicpotatonetwork.com.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
I am Iron Man. That's a big twink.
Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds.
You are a bully!
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Why so serious?
The city's flying. We're fighting an army of robots. And I have a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense.
And welcome to World War G, episode 271. I'm Troy.
Troy is literally one of a kind. He's a goblin or a hobbit or a kobold, which is a type of gremlin.
I'm AJ.
AJ, what kind of name is AJ? Oh, you race cars?
Took a week off
Yeah.
last week.
Feeling much better?
Yeah. If don't know, and probably 99.9% of you don't. Last week, Saturday night, there was this big fire that erupted.
Yeah.
Literally right up the street.
Yes.
Because I live very close to the mountains. And I tried really hard not to have my Utah accent come out there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mountain.
I said mountain.
Yeah. I noticed that. Like, it sounded a little weird.
It sounded odd, doesn't it?
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I'll still say, like, Clinton, hunting, mountain, fishing.
Mountain.
I don't say milk or pillow.
See, I say milk.
Really?
Yeah. I have to consciously say milk.
Yeah.
Or miracle. And sometimes I say miracle.
Miracle.
Miracle. Anyway.
The miracle on ice.
Yeah. So I was at work while that was going on. So when I came back home, like the whole house just stunk of smoke and everything. I had this massive headache. I was just like, yeah.
It's not going to help your lungs out much either.
Yeah. So yeah, we didn't do it last week, but here we are now.
Yes.
And
fire or no fire.
That's right.
The podcast will go on.
And we're starting out with the list.
So, yeah, I don't know. This is kind of gonna be a weird episode because you've got stories that I would normally send you, and I've got stories that you would normally send me.
We have 3 lists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just get into it. With the DCEU, they have compiled together, this is coming from Collider, and they have compiled, in their opinion, every DC movie from worst to best. There's only been 8 of them. You know, it's not like the MCU where there's like 20-something.
Yeah.
So it's a little easier and more manageable. But they put number 8. I wanted to see your opinion and see if you agreed with this.
Okay.
So they put for number 8, Suicide Squad.
Okay, so far so good.
Okay. Number 7,
Right.
Batman.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Batman v Superman.
Superman.
Yep.
Yep.
Dawn of Justice. But they were really adamant about putting this in there. Extended cut.
Extended cut. Okay.
That's what makes it even worse, is the extended cut. It's weird. Usually with like the director's cut or the extended cut, it gets a little bit better because you get more content and more like what the director was actually thinking.
Yeah.
But not with this, apparently.
All right. Well, let me guess the next one.
Okay.
Justice League.
You'd be absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number 6, Justice League.
We're finally getting the Snyder cut, the mythical Snyder cut.
Yeah. If this doesn't actually change anything,
I was gonna say, get ready to be disappointed.
Snyder's been saying that to people for years, though.
Yeah.
Get ready to be disappointed. All right.
I'm gonna say the next one.
Yes.
Birds of Prey.
No. See, and that's exactly where I was thinking that it should be.
Really?
Yeah. They put Aquaman.
Really?
Yeah. Which I know that they kind of jumped around and
That's
it did
surprising.
feel Indiana Jones-esque and then Aquaman-esque and then National Treasure.
I think it's one of their better ones. I'd put it in their top 3.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so they put that one as number 5.
Okay.
Number 4?
Man of Steel.
Yeah. Yep. See, it was above average, but...
I personally love it. I know a lot of people hate it.
Right.
By the way, Snyder directed that one, fanboys.
Yeah.
I really like it, but I'm in the minority there.
Care to guess what number 3 is?
All right, I'm trying to think which ones we have left. We have Wonder Woman, Shazam, and Birds of Prey.
Right.
Okay, it's got to be Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Which they actually changed the name, right? That was so strange to me. You release a movie and then you change the name after it's been released.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure if that actually helped out by changing it to be like Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, because people didn't know that Birds of Prey, that's what it was.
I'm guessing that's the reason. Yeah. That's the one I haven't seen yet. I haven't watched it.
Really?
Yet.
It's decent. There are some of those cheesy moments. There's this final battle where they're running around fighting off these people. And the little girl that they're trying to rescue is running around, and they use her, flip over the top of her and do stuff, and then throw her to somebody else. And
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably end up watching it eventually, but
yeah,
I'm in no hurry.
Number 2?
Shazam and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Shazam?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It was close. But
Yeah.
Shazam did come in second, which means Wonder Woman was number 1. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
As soon as Wonder Woman came out, I was just like, when another DC movie would come out, I'd be like, well, it's no Wonder Woman. But
right, exactly.
It's decent. Wonder Woman really saved these movies and made it possible for some of these movies to even be made.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, Wonder Woman was the movie where people went, okay, I'll give it another try.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, for me, it would go Wonder Woman, Shazam, Aquaman, Man of Steel.
See, then probably Birds of Prey.
And I haven't seen that one, so I got to put it very last.
Okay, gotcha.
And then Suicide Squad. It had its moments.
The ending kind of was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Justice League, Batman v Superman. At the end, I'd have to put Birds of Prey.
Okay. But Batman v Superman, that was...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's way down.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
See, and for me, I think they got it pretty accurately, but I would probably put Aquaman a little bit higher and Birds of Prey more in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely got the first and last correct, but everything else, I don't know, it's kind of a crapshoot.
Yeah. What else I was going to say about that? And I can't remember. Oh, well.
Is that kind of... I mean, I guess after the next Wonder Woman movie, they are making another Aquaman movie, right?
They are, yeah.
Is there anything else that's coming out of the DC?
There's going to be another Shazam movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a Black Adam movie, which ties into Shazam.
Right.
Starring The Rock. Starring Dwayne the Johnson.
Yeah.
I think that's everything that they've announced so far.
Okay. See, at this point, they definitely went kind of a different direction where they kind of tie together, but at the same time they can be their own standalone film. Mm-hmm. So,
and I'm actually kind of glad, and I know we've talked about this before, but I'm glad that they're pushing Superman and Batman back.
Right.
And letting these other characters shine. Oh, Green Lantern.
Yes.
They're making a Green Lantern.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, to make up for the last one?
Yes.
They really need to remake Green Hornet as well.
Yeah, agreed. I think it'd be cool if they made it, because Green Hornet, I forgot what company he's with. Dark Horse at this point? I don't remember. But he's with the same company that also has, like, Zorro and the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be cool if they had those characters team up.
Dick Tracy? Could you throw him in the mix?
Sure.
Okay.
The Phantom?
The Phantom. Ooh, Dick Tracy, the Phantom, the Green Hornet. Yeah.
It'd be tough with Zorro and the Lone Ranger because they were back, during the Old West times.
Right.
But you could have a team up with them.
Yeah.
Just make their own standalone thing, and then maybe whatever they do in the past could influence the future with the other heroes.
Yeah, and who's to say that like that Zorro couldn't have just been like, kind of like the Dread Pirate Roberts, just keep passing it down,
passing it on.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the Phantom is. Phantom's the same thing.
Yeah.
You could have a cool 1930s noir movie with Dick Tracy.
Ooh.
Maybe teaming up with the Phantom.
Dang. That'd be legit. Cool. That would be their Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Right?
Except it's Phantom v Dick.
It's a work in progress. Yeah.
Phantom v Tracy.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
And today in Geek History.
Here's a PSA to you parents out there. Don't let your kids be stupid.
Yes.
Like these 3 kids in this next story.
Yes.
3 kids bitten by Black Widow in attempt to gain superpowers. So 3 boys in Bolivia were bitten by a Black Widow in the attempt to mirror the origin story of Spider-Man and gain superhuman abilities. Here's the difference. 1, the spider that bit Peter Parker was radioactive.
Right.
2, it's not real. And I was saying before we started recording, even as a kid, I never would have done that.
No. Yeah, we've seen quite a few of them like growing up, and we were always like we'd steer clear of them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Utah is lousy with Black Widows.
Yeah,
it's Black Widow country out here. I see them all the time.
Just the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like they were like really super young. They were 12, 10, and 8. So that was like roughly about the same age as like my brothers are, like the age gap between us. So Yeah, no, I wouldn't have done that. You would think the 12-year-old would be like, no, hey guys, let's not.
Yeah, here's my favorite line in the story. The boys are said to have provoked the spider with a stick.
Let's agitate it. Let's poke it.
Yeah.
That's like some what's his name? Jeff Gordon? No, what's the dude that, like, crikey.
Steve
Irwin.
Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff
Let's
Gordon's
poke it
the
with a
race car driver.
Yeah, okay. Let's poke it with a stick. Let's get a little closer.
Oh, look at this beauty. Isn't he a beauty?
Poke, 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 poke.
R.I.P. Steve. But yeah, apparently the venomous bites quickly took effect. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
And the boys experienced, instead of superpowers, severe muscle pain, abdominal cramps, increased heart rate, and muscle spasms.
Wow.
So congratulations.
Yeah.
Luckily, we do have anti-venom when it comes to Black Widow. So their lives, even if they weren't going to die. You don't die from a Black Widow. But yeah, they were in a world of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Is it the same with the vaccination, or not vaccination, but with the serum, like, to help them out? Is that the same way that they do it with, like, spiders as they do with, like, snakes?
Like what?
Where they extract some of the poison and then actually create?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
That would take a lot of, like, milking of those spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And here's the thing. So they're messing around with this spider. They're poking it with a stick. One gets brave enough to bite, right?
Let it bite it, yeah.
Yeah. And then the next one automatically goes in right after that. And I think by the time the third one goes in, the first one is probably experiencing a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Because I think that bite would take effect really quick.
Unless they were, like, all holding hands and the spider just, like, walked around in a circle biting people.
Yeah.
I have been, like, super tempted at one time to, like, if I ever did come across a radioactive spider, like, when I was younger as a kid, I was like, yeah, I'd let him bite me. Because then, like, this was after seeing, like, the Tobey Maguire movie.
Yeah.
And seeing that he got, like, he got ripped, like, after he got bit,
yeah,
and he got, like, these cool powers, and
apparently, it didn't say so much, but they kind of implied it, he got a big old dick, too.
Got some of that spider dick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because he looks down and goes, change? Yep, big change.
Yeah. Okay, the only thing that was kind of weird about that is he had those little fibers on his finger.
Mm.
Like, none of the other ones have really gone into that or shown that.
Yeah, kind of a way to explain how he can
crawl on the
climb
walls.
up walls.
Mm-hmm. That, and also where it comes out of his wrist.
Yeah.
It's actually...
Apparently, that was a James Cameron idea, because James Cameron was set to direct it first.
Right.
And so that was his idea to internalize the webs, and they just kind of kept it. And
Bad
they
decision.
had it in the comic books for a minute, but then they got rid of it. Now he's back to just...
Because that's just weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Have these weird web sacks on your wrists. Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't do that. I've caught Black Widows as a kid.
Yeah.
They're kind of fascinating to watch, but I would never be stupid enough to let it bite me.
They are really cool. Like, a lot of the spiders you'll see, they just crawl around really quickly, or they'll jump, or they'll do different things, right? But with, like, a Black Widow, they're more methodical.
They are.
Right? And they just kind of, like, stealthily move around and do their... I don't know, they are cool to watch. But...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they aren't inherently vicious.
No.
Like these...
Only when
like
provoked,
those stupid kids, you gotta provoke them.
Yeah. With a stick.
Yeah. Poke the spider with a stick. See what happens.
So, from Marvel to DC news, Henry Cavill returns. I don't even know on his name.
I think it's Cavill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Henry Cavill returns as Superman for future DC comic movies.
Woohoo!
Right? This is actually really good news.
Very excited.
It didn't really go into detail in the article saying whether he would be doing like a sequel. There is talks of a sequel. But he's for sure going to be in some cameos.
Yes. I've heard that that's kind of Superman's future, is he'll pop in and out of different films.
Didn't they also recently update it and throw him into Shazam in the after credits scene?
They did. It wasn't Henry Cavill though, but Superman was in it. Yeah.
No. But I think they actually went back and had dubbed him in there. That's what I think I heard something about that.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Huh.
Maybe we'll get that cut of the film.
Yeah.
It'll make everything better.
Yeah. Sure will. Yeah, because if you release the Snyder Cut, it's just going to magically fix everything.
It is.
All of a sudden it'll be a whole new plot with whole new actors. It's amazing.
Hey, it's like watching a completely different film.
It'll be a completely different film. Stupid fanboys. Anyway. So we have we have our first reveal date set for the PlayStation 5. Now, this story is a week old because we were going to do it last week, so I don't know if it's already been revealed. And if it has, okay, this is old news. My apologies. But Sony confirms that the PS5 will finally be shown off in all of its next-gen glory during the first week of June, so this week. Gamers have been chomping at the bit to see anything on the new PlayStation console after the strategy utilized by Microsoft for the Xbox Series X appeared to have left Sony in the dust. While fans have received a small glimpse of what to expect from the lineup of games coming to Xbox Series X, Sony has yet to detail the PS5 in such a manner.
I believe that they have actually held off a little bit on this because of what's going on all across, the globe.
Which we'll talk about a little bit.
Right.
Don't worry, we're not going to go super into it.
Right.
But we'll bring it up a little bit. Okay, yeah, you're right. Sony offers, this was just a day ago, Sony offers an update on PS5 reveal event. So they did postpone it.
Mm-hmm. They haven't given, an ETA.
They haven't.
I don't know. Where it's not political. I mean, is it in good taste to just kind of hold off and let everything else kind of run its course? Or, But this is, it's, completely different news. You've got, gaming. Not to say that there's not, a domino effect where they're all interconnected, right? But at the same time, where it's something, I don't know. I do think it was in good taste of Sony to kind of, hold off.
I think so, too. They don't want to, upstage or take away
from...
Yeah, from everything that's going on.
That's true.
They don't want to steal focus, so I think that's
probably part of the reason.
Yeah.
That makes sense, because you know that you'll see, thousands of tweets and, everything, the internet will kind of, blow up with, details about the PS5, which will kind of, take the spotlight away.
Yeah, they have shown a few glimpses of the controller, which looks pretty cool. I think. I'm kind of... It's kind of growing on me, but at the same time, it looks like a PlayStation and an Xbox controller had a baby. That's really what it kind of looks like to me. Which they've always... I'm not for changing something, especially with the controllers, if it doesn't really enhance or do anything different, just for the pure sake of change. I think that's a little strange. Right.
I personally, I know some people didn't like the touchpad that was added to it. I liked it. I liked the little speaker in the front of it on the PS4, because it was really cool to hear voices and stuff coming from there. as you're playing like horror games, or even like they did it in Alien Isolation. They really utilized it really well, because if you spoke and you were too close to the alien, then it could hear you talking. So you actually had to be quiet while you were playing the game.
That's cool.
And also in like Shadow of Mordor, they had it where when you would transform into your stealthy wraith type of out of your body kind of experience in the Shadow Realm, you could hear whisperings like coming through your like controller.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with these changes that they've made with like the PS5 controller,
I'll tell you what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
It looks like the new Stormtrooper helmets.
Okay.
Like looks like a First Order Stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah.
To me, because it's connected.
Mm-hmm.
Like how they did that with the Stormtrooper helmets, they instead of the eyes and mouth being separate, they connected it.
Right, similar to like a Darth Vader helmet.
Yeah, that's kind of how that looks to me.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just where my mind goes. Plus, it's white and black, so.
I was thinking it was something kind of similar to like a Halo helmet. Right? Well, just like those lines.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It'll be interesting to see when they actually do release it, what the specs are going to be, if they added any new like ports or like my biggest concern, and the one thing I want from the PS5 is to be able to play my PS4 games on
They've
the
got
PS5.
to, right?
I know they were saying it's backwards compatible, but they've only like said you'll be able to play games from the PS4. Like, they didn't really specify whether you'd just be able to re-download them or you'd have to download them to play it, PS4 games. Because they said at release you'll be able to play like, a couple hundred PS4 games, but they didn't say whether you could just throw in your disc.
Right.
If they don't do that, I will be a little bit tentative to buy a PS5 right off the bat.
Yeah, I'll buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll also be kind of cool to see if they actually put in like a 2 terabyte hard drive off the bat, rather than, you have to buy like an external hard drive.
Right.
Because that was, the one that I have, it's the first Destiny white PS4. It was just like some of my friends were playing Destiny and said, hey, you got to buy this game, like you got to buy like it, and that was the one on sale. So I'm like, all right, let's get it. But it only had, I believe it only had like 500. It didn't even have a terabyte in it.
Wow.
So I had to buy like a 2 terabyte little drive on the side of it, which takes up one of my slots. It's a hassle. I know it's a first world problem.
I know.
Yeah. I do realize it is a first world problem, but still. All Hail the Goblin King. Scott Derrickson is set to direct the long-awaited Labyrinth sequel.
Long-awaited?
Right?
Question mark?
Yeah. I know that, like, Jim Henson, since he's passed away, that perhaps they'll get... Because I think his son, didn't he take up the mantle, and continue in that work?
Yes, I believe so.
Like, creating puppets and puppeteering?
Yeah.
Well,
I think he was part of the sequel to the Dark Crystal.
Okay.
That series that came out, which I still need to watch, by the way.
It is fantastic. No, it's like, even if you're not that big of a fan of the Dark Crystal movie, you'd actually enjoy this. They do some crazy stuff, and it's insane what they can do with these puppets and these like spiders and these other creatures. It doesn't, you'd think you'd be worried about like it detracting a little bit from them being puppeted, but no, they do a fantastic job, and they're actually able to create emotion, and it's pretty legit. I really enjoyed it. I'm pretty stoked for the next season.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I completely forgot about it till just now.
So the original Labyrinth came out in 1986, and David Bowie really, stole the show, in my opinion. Like, and without him, I don't know how you'd actually really make a sequel.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they still have the girl that was in it. She's still around, Jennifer Connelly.
Right.
And she's still acting.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
So she could, like, it could be her, like, grandchildren.
Yeah.
Or perhaps the baby. So you
Maybe
go a different direction with it?
Yeah, maybe the baby's grown up, or...
Because all of the characters there wouldn't really age, right, in their realm.
The baby would be our age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back. Where would you actually, I know it's not long awaited, but, like, where would you actually want to see the Labyrinth go? If she was, like, a grandmother, or, like, just a mother?
I would say...
Yeah.
That what you do is you have her child, or whatever, the baby.
It was her brother.
Her brother, that's right. Her brother grown up, and he has a child, and then the same thing kind of happens to his child.
Mm-hmm.
And so he goes to his sister and asks, what the heck's going on, blah, 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 because maybe she never told him.
Right.
And so maybe there's some kind of clause or something that she didn't know about where,
every
this was
20 years or every, like, 25 years or something
or
happens.
Or some sort, like the firstborn of whatever, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where they have, like, the basically legal right to the child.
The power of hoodoo. Like, there was actually, like, an additional, like, clause in that song. Yeah. You remind me of the babe.
Yeah. Well, he's just really under his breath, like, by the way, this child's child is mine, and then he keeps going.
Yeah. The extended cut.
Yeah, the Snyder cut.
The Snyder cut of the Labyrinth.
Of the
he actually sang another lyric that, makes a sequel possible.
Yeah.
Okay, but would that be too much of the original? How do you make it your own without making it just the exact same? Then somebody else would have to go back and get this babe from the king.
Yeah, that's where it becomes difficult. Because if you pay too much homage to it, people are going to get upset.
Mm-hmm.
Like The Force Awakens.
Right.
But if you go too far off the track, people are going to get upset.
Yeah, there's a fine line.
Like The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, you need that fine line to where you still pay homage to the original, but at the same time, it has to be an original story.
Yeah. That would be kind of fun to, like, work with and actually come up with a sequel, but I still don't believe, like, we were actually, like, asking for this.
No one was.
And if they do this and it does well, do you think they'll start doing this with a lot more movies?
Probably.
Like The Princess Bride and some of these other cult classics?
I think there are some that I don't think they're going to touch.
I would have said that about The Labyrinth, though. I honestly would have. Said, like, nope, leave it, that's, like, it is what it is.
I've never heard that, though, for The Labyrinth. I've heard that as far as, like, Back to the Future, don't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that with Star Wars.
Yeah.
A few other movies, but I never heard that with Labyrinth.
I've never heard anybody actually just, like, straight up say, like, don't touch that, but if you were to ever ask anybody, like, hey, would you like a sequel of this, I don't think they're gonna, really pick that one. Because it's kind of its own thing.
Right.
And then you're just piggybacking off the name, and then you'll end up, with something that was similar to the Ghostbuster movie.
Right.
Then they'll have to apologize and make a new one,
Yeah.
Then you have Finn Wolf, what's his name?
Finn Wolfhard.
Right? Have him. Oh, he could be the child.
There you go.
In this Labyrinth movie.
It's funny, I always thought his name was like you were telling him about the wolves, like Finn Wolfhard. I don't know. That's just where my mind goes.
No, stove hot.
Yeah.
Wolf hard. I can see that. Yeah.
Okay. So there's another list we got.
Yes.
These are the darkest moments in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic, the original comic.
Okay.
You see, people associate Ninja Turtles being family friendly and they're, eating pizza and cowabunga, dude. That is not how they started.
No.
Not even close. So, here's some of the darker things that happened, okay? Master Splinter raises the Turtles to be killers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They were assassins.
Yeah.
They were ninjas. They were assassins. That was their job. It wasn't like Ninja Turtles 2 where they were, fighting with salamis and stuff. No. This next one. Number 2, Shredder is originally a drug and arms dealer.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Casey Jones.
See, I still, because I kind of wondered about that, how Shredder actually got his money.
Right.
I know he lives in the sewers, but, he's got to provide for all of his children, his Foot Clan.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I guess they go out and, steal and rob and bring back goods, I guess.
Well, like I said, while Shredder's machinations in the cartoons and movies usually amount to vague criminal activity that often involves scheming against the Turtles, that wasn't always a generic cliche. In the comics, it's quite clear how his organization amasses its wealth through drug and arms dealing. Shredder doesn't found the Foot Clan, but instead rises through the ranks after proving his ruthlessness.
Okay.
Like the Turtles, Shredder's also a hardened killer.
This is what I want to see from the Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
This is the next installment. Like they have done so well with these darker, grittier DC animated movies. I want to see this movie.
I want an animated version of this.
Right? Where he just caps somebody and takes their stuff. And you work for me now.
Next one. Casey Jones, like the Turtles and Shredder, is a deranged killer.
Oh, jeez. He's actually a killer on the loose, a serial killer.
Yeah. He first meets the Turtles after Raphael stops him from killing a group of muggers. While his violent streak calms down a little after that, he does end up killing a teenage mugger and falls into an alcohol-fueled depression as a result.
This is part of the movie as well. Mm-hmm. I want to see this.
Next one. The Ninja Turtles straight up murder their foes. Shredder was killed in, I think, issue 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had to bring him back, right? To kind of...
Yeah, because he kind of...
became a bigger character.
Yeah. But yeah, Leonardo straight up stabs him straight through the chest.
Well, in the animated films, they usually have to be fighting robots or other creatures and stuff that nobody really cares about, right?
Yeah.
But they're still killing things.
There are no shouts of cowabunga and radical, but there is swearing.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yep. While the crew never drops any F-bombs, milder swear words are totally common.
What the shell?
So, in the 1990 movie, Raphael was yelling "damn" all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Same type of thing.
Okay. I want to see Michael... you know how you wanted to see, Rocket Raccoon and Iron Man have a dialogue exchange?
Yeah.
I want to see Michelangelo drop the F-bomb. Just because.
I would like that.
He's like, this pizza is so fucking hot. Burns his tongue. I can die happy after I see that.
Next one. The Mousers are bloodthirsty robots that eat rats.
Okay.
See, and I always thought that about the Mousers because they have
metal teeth,
the jaws, right?
Right.
They always looked pretty vicious to me. Raphael is prone to blackouts in which he attacks his brothers.
Are these drunk, alcohol-induced blackouts?
I don't think so. I think he just gets so... I mean, he says he's mentally unhinged. Right. So he gets so angry that he just blacks out and just...
Doesn't matter who it is. He just sees red.
Yeah. Here's something. April O'Neil isn't a real person.
What?
Donatello faces a terrifying creature in an early one-shot focused on the bow staff wielding turtle. This monster is more horrific than anything seen in the TMNT universe since the turtles were rebranded to be kid-friendly. The creature is drawn to life by a character named Kirby King,
Okay.
a take from
Yeah.
Jack Kirby, obviously,
Yeah.
who makes his creations real through the use of warp crystals. This is how April O'Neil comes to life. This means O'Neil isn't truly human in the original series. She's a sentient drawing.
Oh, wow. She's like
This-
Arnold Rimmer from Red Dwarf.
Yeah, this Ninja Turtles comic book was...
Bizarre.
Yeah.
I'm glad they had like some other people like step in and kind of like, hey, let's kid friendly this up.
The Ninja Turtles were created as a joke by two struggling artists.
This is true.
This
I
is
did
true.
watch that documentary like that you'd recommended. It's great.
Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Peter Laird regrets what happened to the Turtles. This was his quote, and Peter Laird, if you don't know, was one of the creators of the Ninja Turtles, along with Kevin Eastman. This is what he says, quote, "Had I, again speaking solely for myself and not for Kevin, been making the key creative decisions for that first animated series, it would have been very different. Among other things, there would likely have been no moronic henchmen like Bebop and Rocksteady. The Shredder would have been seriously malevolent. April would not have been a reporter and constantly needed to be rescued by the Turtles. The Turtles would not have been so ridiculously obsessed with pizza, and Shredder would not have had one of his businesses as a restaurant called Ninja Pizza. And the show would not have had a joke or gag every 5 seconds."
Okay.
There you go. Krang is based on terrifying alien parasites.
He always reminded me kind of like a Brainiac.
Yeah. Let's see. Ironically, the little brain-like aliens that inspired Krang's cartoon design aren't villains. Despite them being significantly more frightening to gaze upon, these creatures reside in the stomachs of the androids they control, just like Krang. And when they come out for air, even the Turtles and Splinter are scared to look at them.
Yeah, they are pretty creepy looking.
Next one. The Turtles sometimes get a little political. One particular storyline has the heroes traveling to a South American rainforest to stop a group of mercenaries from destroying the environment. This prompted a far-right outcry about leftist propaganda and indoctrinating kids. You know, to not burn the rainforest.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid.
Yeah. They're just helping out Captain Planet.
Yeah,
Yeesh.
that's all.
That would be kind of a cool crossover.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be very 90s. The origins are ripped straight from the pages of Daredevil, which is absolutely true.
Yeah.
The same stuff that blinded Daredevil is the same things that mutated the Turtles.
Oh, that ooze?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And how Daredevil has a ninja organization called the Hand that he fights. The Turtles have the Foot.
Right.
And how Daredevil has his master that trained him was called Stick. The Turtles have Splinter.
Mm-hmm.
See?
All right, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing the similarities. Or the crossover.
Yes, they're very tied into Daredevil.
Okay. So they've done a Batman TMNT crossover, right? They've done that a couple of times.
Yeah.
But where's the Daredevil one?
I don't know if that's ever happened.
They need to have this. This needs to happen.
I agree.
Yeah.
They need to have this revelation that they were all connected by this ooze.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
The ooze that connects us all.
Yes.
Ooh.
The uniting ooze.
Name of the episode.
Perhaps. The Turtles experienced a major softening after Playmates Toys wanted to market them to kids. That's when we got the 80s cartoon. That's when all the tropes came in. That's when they had different colored bandanas. And it's where the Turtles formed into what they are today.
Which I think they need to be like somewhere in the middle.
Me too.
Right? Still have that campiness to them, but at the same time be more adult.
Yeah.
No.
Like, I think...
Not so much like a teenager.
Even though those Michael Bay produced movies were stupid, I think they were headed on the right track.
Right.
Like you said, they were kind of in between. Like, they
campy, but they still, like, dealt with, like, more serious issues kind of stuff. Yeah.
Chuck Lorre was responsible for giving the Turtles individual personalities. Chuck Lorre, of course, the guy who created 2.5 Men, and that he actually is the one that wrote the original Ninja Turtles theme song.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did he have any, like, help with the Big Bang Theory theme song?
No.
But with 2.5 Men, he did do a lot of, like, Charlie Sheen's, like, his jingles, perhaps, right?
Yeah, I think with Big Bang, he just handed it over to the Bare Naked Ladies and said,
like, do something with it. Yeah. Okay.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah. I was surprised at how many different things, like, I didn't know. There were some of them I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense, or yeah, I understand that, but other ones I'm like, I still want to see, like, Shredder as a drug dealer.
I want to see that too.
He just caps everybody and takes their stuff.
I want to see a vicious, mean Shredder. That's what I want to see. I want to see him using those blades that he has.
To actually cut people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have Shredder that's doing his drug stuff, which the Hand and Foot start fighting amongst each other or something, and you get, like, Daredevil in the mix.
Sure.
Right? With these more grown-up adult TMNT.
You have these rival ninja clans, the Hand and the Foot.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so Shredder, in his drug deal empire, starts infringing into Hell's Kitchen.
Yes.
So Daredevil goes investigating, finds the Shredder.
Finds the Turtles.
Yeah. And then maybe somehow Daredevil senses, or he feels that what transformed them, like they have like this weird connection or something. Like he feels almost that connection with them.
Stick, and then Master Splinter, he dies, and Stick helps mentor the Turtles. To kind of, you know what I mean?
Just gonna kill off Splinter like that, huh?
Yeah. A big giant rat in the movie. I don't know. I always thought that was kind of weird.
I've never been a fan of Splinter, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. I get that you need, like, some sort of a mentor, but nah.
Yeah.
Let it be a human. Let it be Stick. Oh, okay. So, Mark Hamill comes out of voice acting retirement to help with this project. Kevin Smith shocked the pop culture world when he announced that he would be helping to bring back He-Man and the Master of the Universe with a brand new animated series. But he'd also mentioned that Mark Hamill will be lending his voice acting talents to the main antagonist, Skeletor. Which, that's a perfect fit. Like, he's already done a fantastic job with the Joker. Why not Skeletor?
Why not?
Right?
Hopefully he doesn't go too jokery with it.
True.
Hopefully it's just not, he's doing the same voice, and because I think that kind of take things away from it.
Right. But I do feel like he's a little bit limited with voices that he can do.
Right? In his younger years, he wasn't. I think now he's gotten older, though.
Yeah.
And his voice has gotten a little raspy. Maybe that's why he retired.
Okay.
Maybe he's like, maybe it's time to...
Well, okay, but he recently did Chucky. So when did he retire after Chucky?
Maybe.
That could have been... Well, because he did have to have more of a kid-friendly, higher-pitched voice, which was probably, like, harder on his voice.
Right.
That he's just like, I don't want to do this anymore. But if he could do, like, more of a gruffer, like, still menacing Skeletor, that could be pretty cool.
Yeah. So if you did kind of a lower, kind of like a Skeletor like this, or something like that.
Yeah. Would you bring in anybody else to be playing or do they already have somebody in mind for He-Man?
They do. I don't remember.
Kevin Conroy?
Oh, yeah. He'd be a good He-Man.
Yeah.
Let's see. He-Man voice actor, voice cast 2020. Let's see.
This has actually got me a little bit more excited about the He-Man series. I'd never watched it really growing up, but knowing there's going to be some really good voice actors, like, it's got potential.
Yeah, I was never a big He-Man guy. Like,
Right.
that was, like, right before our time.
Same,
you know?
like with G.I. Joes and those guys.
Yeah, G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, like, that was just Thundercats, like, that was right before us.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really got into those. So let's see. So we said Star Wars veteran Mark Hamill, Game of Thrones Lena Headey, Chris Wood, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Okay.
So let's see. So Lena Headey will take on Evil Lynn, while Chris Wood voices He-Man / Prince Adam, and Sarah Michelle Gellar voices Teela.
Okay.
Alan Oppenheimer, who voiced Skeletor on the original 80s cartoon, will return to voice Mossman. Here you go. Then there's animation veteran Kevin Conroy, who voiced the Dark Knight opposite Hamill's Joker for Batman, will take on the role of Merman.
Aw, yeah.
So he is in it. That's
Not
awesome.
Batman, from Batman to Merman.
The rest of the cast is populated by Liam Cunningham as Man-at-Arms, Stephen Root as Cringer, Diedrich Bader as King Randor / Trapjaw, Griffin Newman as Orko, Tiffany Smith as Andra, Henry Rollins as Triclops, Susan Eisenberg as Sorceress, who was Wonder Woman in Justice League.
Dang.
Yeah.
This is a stacked cast.
Alicia Silverstone as Queen Marlena, Justin Long as Roboto, Jason Mewes, of course, as Stinkor, the skunk, Phil Lamar as Hero, Tony Todd as Scareglow, Cree Summer as Priestess, Kevin Michael Richardson as Beastman, and Smith's daughter Harley Quinn Smith, oh boy, as Lena.
She's got one line. She's like, "Hey guys."
Yeah, she's not a great actor. Just saying.
I did realize where Chris Wood, where he actually met. Well, okay, because he was on that Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
There you go.
So I'm like, oh, it's all connected.
There you go.
Just like the Ooze. Oh, sorry, that was my brother calling. Thought I had it on silent. The Office.
I was gonna say, all of a sudden, The Office theme started playing. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Kevin Smith knows Mark Hamill really well. They've worked together. He knows Kevin Conroy really well.
Yeah. He's pulling in all of his friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's legit.
Yeah. But we're getting a kind of a Justice League reunion.
Yeah.
You have Kevin Conroy, Susan Eisenberg, Phil Lamar,
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Green Lantern. I mean,
all right.
Judging by the voice cast alone, yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Minus, Harley Quinn Smith. There's just something about her that rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. All right. Our last list, and we're going to run through this real quick. 25 modern classic movies everyone needs to watch in their lifetime.
I feel like when we're going through this list, we'll just like seen it or not seen it kind of a deal.
Yep.
I like it.
Here we go. Brokeback Mountain.
Have not seen it.
I've seen some.
Okay.
Michael Clayton. No.
Nope.
No Country for Old Men.
Yes. Great movie. Oof. Dark, gritty. Loved it.
Paranormal Activity.
Seen it?
Yes.
Okay, so keep track of how many you've seen.
2.
Okay.
Let me make hash marks.
Okay.
Ratatouille.
Seen it?
Yes. There Will Be Blood.
Yep.
Yes.
Just watched it again recently.
That's really good. Zodiac.
Yep.
Yes. Watched that one recently.
Does it stand up? Because it's an older one. It's like 90s, right?
Actually it's
2000?
2007.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So a year before RDJ did Iron Man.
Dang.
Zodiac.
Huh. All right.
Man on Wire. No.
Yes.
Wall-E. Yes.
Yep.
Inglourious Bastards.
Yep. Loved it.
Definitely good. Inception.
Nazis. We're in the business of killing Nazis.
Killing Nazis.
What was the one?
I want my Nazi scalps. Inception.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, no.
The Social Network. Yes.
Yep. What are you up to right now?
I'm at 9.
10 myself. All right.
Contagion. Yes.
Yep.
The Master. Yes.
Trying to remember that one.
That's Philip Seymour Hoffman, Joaquin Phoenix, Amy Adams.
Oh, I don't believe so.
Okay. So we should be tied now.
Yeah.
I have 11.
Yep.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a good one.
That's a good one. It's good to watch once. I don't think I could watch that again.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Even though Margot Robbie's all naked in it.
At first I did. I'm like, wow, is he like snorting something off of a peach?
Yeah.
Nope. Oh wow.
Nope. That was not a peach.
Well, it was a peach.
Well, I mean, in emoji terms.
Yeah.
Boyhood. No.
No.
Edge of Tomorrow. Yes.
Yep. Which they are making another one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a great manga. Like, that movie is based off of a manga. That's like,
really?
fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. La La Land.
Yep.
Yes.
Which it gets a lot of flack, but I thought it was pretty decent.
I liked it.
Yeah.
OJ, Made in America.
Ooh, no, I have not seen that one.
Dunkirk. Yes.
Nope.
The Favorite. No. Came out in 2018. It had Rachel Weisz and Emma Stone.
No. Nope.
Okay. Free Solo.
Yes, I actually watched that on a flight to Toronto.
Oh.
It's a great, it's a really good film. Just about this kid, like rock climber kid, that he's free soloing up one of the hardest, most difficult, crazy climbs that somebody's already like died on. Yeah.
Okay. Roma.
No.
Nope.
That was one of the ones because it won like an Academy Award that I wanted to see it.
I think so. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I hadn't.
Okay. Ford v Ferrari. Yes.
No, but I need to see it.
That's good. It's really good. Just go see it for the cars alone.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not even a car guy.
And you're like, all right.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yep.
Yes.
I didn't like that one as much as everybody says.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Is that it? Was that all 25?
I got 16.
That doesn't seem like 25. Hang on.
It could have been.
Maybe it was. 1,
There's
2,
quite a few we were saying no
3,
to.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
14,
20,
12,
21,
7,
22.
6.
Okay, yeah, it was.
How many did you get?
5, 10, 15, 16, 17.
Oh man, I've seen 16.
Beat you by 1.
Still, that's, I don't know. There's some pretty good, I would definitely agree with those being some classics.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
If you haven't seen
I was gonna
those
say,
movies, yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't seen a lot of those, I would say especially see like There Will Be Blood.
Mm-hmm. No Country for Old Men.
Mm-hmm. No Country for Old Men. Ratatouille.
Yeah. WALL-E.
WALL-E.
I feel like we should like compile our own list of like ones that you have to see. Like must see World War G movies.
Yeah, we could do that.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that next week.
Okay.
So we'll take this next week to compile them. How many should we do?
I don't know, 25. Like, because there's some really good ones that you're just like, oh yeah, you need to see this one.
We do 25 apiece.
See, I already know. Remember the Titans and Maverick are going to be on there, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
I'm game.
All right. Let me write that down just so I remember.
Or did we want to like compile it to like put them together to where we equal 25?
I would say let's do separately.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see like if we have any crossover.
In no specific order, right?
Yeah, no specific order. Okay. So look forward to that next week.
Yes. So, Call of Duty, in their most recent update, had imported some anti-racist messages about Black Lives Matters.
Yeah.
On each one of the, like when you're waiting to load on the load screen to go into a game or into a match, they have like posted an article. They've also recently come out with like a couple of tweets on it as well, and they also in their tweets they kind of apologized for certain things, but then said like, hey, we are coming down with stricter rules that we will not tolerate. This is like a no tolerated hate speak area. They'd also limited whether you can change your gamer tag there, because a lot of people have like, put political gamer tags up and like said some really horrible things. Those people are getting banned left and right, and kind of making it more of a safer place that people can go and enjoy, having fun, killing each other in matches, right?
Right.
The one question that I do want to bring up about this, and like because Call of Duty, like these guys are such a big industry, I would say that it is their right to make a political statement.
Sure.
But they have done some like interesting things in the past with some of, even like in their most recent one where you have to like kill certain people, and they've done some like pretty sketchy things. Is this their way of kind of trying to redeem themselves? Are they jumping on the bandwagon? Or I don't know. I'm always thinking, is there some ulterior motive, to this? I would hope that they have like the best of intentions with this, because otherwise that's kind of a shitty thing to do.
I'm sure that's what it is.
But this would almost be like would this be like similar to like Marlboro coming out and saying like, hey, we're running some anti-vaping like ads or something, you know what I mean? Like not to that degree, but something to where it's just like, well, you're doing this.
I think this, with everything that's going on, I think it's given a lot of people to reevaluate some of the things that they're doing.
Yeah, to kind of give pause.
Mm-hmm. Some of the things that they're saying, some of the things that maybe they're thinking, or
Right.
And I think maybe that's what Call of Duty is doing. Maybe they're now going back and reevaluating things, thinking, maybe in some small part, maybe we're part of the problem. So let's try and clean this up a little bit.
Yeah, he did go on, like, in his tweet, he did say, there is no place for racist content in our game. This is in his tweet, in his statement, the developer. This is an effort we began with launch, and we need to do a better job. We're missing thousands of daily bans and racial, and hate speech. Yeah. So yeah, they're really stepping up their game.
So to speak.
Mm-hmm, right.
I mean, and that's good for them.
Is this going to be kind of a new standard going forward?
I would imagine, especially with online gaming, because
it's kind of been
it's like the Wild West out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. And I think some people, especially like dumb teenagers, they're not doing it maliciously.
Right.
They're doing it to get some sort of shock value. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. To get some sort of reaction from people.
Yeah, reaction or response.
But this has always been around, and this is like them coming down and really policing, like, because anonymous people can always, like, post stuff and post hate stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And they can always say it. So you start policing that, and then you have to police everything. It's...
Well, I don't know if I would say policing is the right word. I would say more just they're being careful.
Right. They do know that, like, kids, like, young influential kids are playing, that can be easily influenced, are playing this game, these kids, right?
Yeah. Like, for me, if I was online gaming and someone said a racial slur towards me or something, yes, it would bother me, but at the same time, I wouldn't lose sleep over it.
Right.
If it was directed towards me, because I wouldn't really take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone's like, an 8, 9, 10-year-old kid
is spewing this stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
or
where are your parents? How'd you get this game?
Or if it was directed to a kid, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. So, I think that's what they're trying to prevent happening.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm betting that this will probably be the only thing that they're really stepping up and trying to fix.
So, because Call of Duty, these games have been known for their shock value as well.
Yeah.
With what things that they, shooting up a airport or, like, killing kids.
Yeah.
Is this going to make them shy away from that? Because, you know what I mean?
That's possible. There might be some...
Do you think they'll at least think twice before what they do in their next game?
Yeah, I'm sure they will. There's probably going to be some trickle-down effect where they're not... they'll think twice before they have, like, the bad guys be, some African guerrilla group or something like that, So yes, I think there'll be some effect as far as that goes,
and hopefully it is, like, longer lasting than just, like, while it's popular, or while it's in use. That it'll actually, I don't know, direct them.
I think it might be because this country hasn't seen this type of protesting since the 60s.
Yeah.
Since the Civil Rights Movement.
Right.
Where in all 50 states, and that's been calculated, all 50 states have had
been
protests.
United, and
and that's been unprecedented.
Right.
So,
like, even within our state, I know of, like, 2. They had one, like, here, in our city, as well as, like, up at the Capitol. It was a little bit more peaceful here.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah.
And so I think there's going to be some long-term effects you're going to feel from this.
Right.
Yeah. Which is good. I mean, any anti-racial thing I'm totally on board with.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it has a place in modern society, personally.
No.
Okay. But enough about that. Let's move on to our Revs and Recs.
This week, I was going back and watching some shows because some of the programs like Netflix, they're still trying to keep up and release new content, but it's giving you also a chance to go back and watch stuff that you might not have seen.
Yeah.
I'd already watched the first season of The Hollow, which is an animated TV show focusing on 3 kids that get, they wake up not knowing where they are, and they realize they are in a video game, and they have to survive and get out. But then that kind of ends them getting out is the end of the first season, and in the second season, they're back. But for whatever reason, their whole entire world, like their parents, are also animated, and their their whole world has been recreated in this animated world, which is really bizarre to them because before it was like more of a mythical, like realm that doesn't even exist. Yeah. But when it's set right in your hometown, it changes the game a little bit. So they have to kind of figure out why they're back in this game, and why they don't remember anything before a certain point. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to keep this spoiler free, but this show it's pretty solid. Like I thoroughly enjoyed like the second season. Each episode's only like 22 minutes. There's 10 episodes. I think there's like 10 episodes a season. So it's relatively quick, but I don't know. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I liked the first season a little bit better, but the direction that they went with the next season, it worked, and it was pretty cool. Like to see these guys like already familiar with their powers and their abilities doing other cool things.
Right.
There are quite a few different twists and turns, and I would definitely recommend it. Out of 5 ginormous snails, I'm sitting at a 3. Yeah.
All right. Nice.
If you need something to watch on Netflix and you like these, like very similar to Avatar, like the Last Airbender, and very similar to what's the Dragon Prince?
Yeah.
Those kind of shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, my recommendation this week is Justice League Dark: Apocalypse War.
Yes. I've seen this one as well.
Yes. This is the newest DC animated film. And
just dropped like last Tuesday.
Uh-huh. And man, they keep knocking these out of the park.
Right? I honestly wish the live action would take note.
Yeah, me too. So this is it takes place what looks like in the New 52 universe. And basically what happens is the Justice League have gotten information that Darkseid and Apocalypse is planning on attacking Earth. So they take this preemptive strike
led by Superman
to go attack him first. Well,
yeah.
Things go wrong, so to speak.
Pretty quickly.
To put it mildly.
Yeah.
And pretty much all hell breaks loose, and many people die, and yeah.
Yeah.
And pretty much, it's pretty much the end of the world.
It's pretty dark.
It's Justice League dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't know, Justice League Dark is a team of these heroes that kind of work in like the magic realm, like Constantine and Swamp Thing and Zatanna and Deadman and Supernatural. What's
his name? Oh, I can't think of the other guy. But yeah, no, these supernatural characters.
Yeah. And it does focus on them a little bit, but more it's focusing on the DC universe as a whole. Even though the main character, I would say, is Constantine.
Yes.
Played by the guy who's played him, like, on TV, on the series and in the Arrowverse.
Yeah.
I think his name's Matt something. But that's cool that it's been the same actor. That's awesome.
Marvel's kind of shied away from that, but like DC's definitely embraced it.
Yeah.
More so.
I mean, the Ezra Miller Flash showed up on CW Flash.
Yeah.
And they met, and that was mind-bending. That was weird. But yeah, it's not for kids.
No, it's rated R for a reason.
Yes. They dropped the F-bomb 3 times, I think I counted.
Okay. See, I don't even think it's bad. I don't know if this is just like kind of changed myself, but I don't really notice that so
I notice
much.
it more in cartoons.
Okay. Because it stands out a little bit?
Yeah, it stands out more. But like...
Other movies,
or in like real life, I barely...
Unless it's like Samuel L. Jackson in some of his movies where you're like, alright, dude, like...
Let's tone it back a little bit. But yeah, I like the violence, and it's very violent. Very violent. Like, you see the entrails of heroes.
Yeah.
Of your favorite superheroes. So...
If you ever wanted to know what they look like, they're from the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be aware of that. There are several that get literally eaten alive.
Mm-hmm.
So again, be aware of that.
But for those really, fans,
yeah,
they'll appreciate this.
Yes,
they'll like it.
It's a lot of fun. It's despite all that, it's actually it's a fun movie, and it's a more unique animated film than what they've had before. It feels more like, it doesn't feel like a cartoon. Like it feels very serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
There is a serious tone to it.
Yeah. Which I like. I appreciate that they're doing that more with these DC animated films.
It's like live action, somewhere in between live action and cartoon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and take a look. I mean, I think it's out for streaming somewhere. It's gotta be somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it at Walmart on DVD, so...
Yeah, it came out, which was kind of cool. It came out the same day as Invisible Man.
Oh, really?
Invisible Man. Yeah.
All right. Oh,
Which
speaking of that...
Yeah, you need to check out.
Speaking of that, based on the success of the Invisible Man, they're doing a new Wolfman.
Really?
Starring Ryan Gosling.
Say what?
As the Wolfman. Yeah. Weird, isn't it?
Wow. All right.
We'll see how that goes. So yeah, there you go.
Out of what?
Out of 5...
Chomped.
Out of 5 decapitations.
Yeah.
Because there were a few of those. I'm giving it like... I do 3.5 a lot, but...
It's hard not to, because it's like a little bit above, like... Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I gotta go 3.5. Yeah, I gotta go 3.5 on that one. Like 4 is like 4 is like a near perfect, and I don't think it's that, because as much as I like those films, I'm not overly crazy about the animation.
Okay.
The animation feels a little stiff to me.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
See, I think I'd have to disagree a little bit with that. It reminds me a little bit more of Batman Beyond. But more,
I can see that
grown up.
I also
they do have
see,
like a slimmer body cut, right?
I can see influence, like anime influences in it too, and I'm not a big anime fan.
Okay,
so,
see,
yeah.
Nah.
Anyway, so here's where you can find us. You can listen to all of our episods at worldwarg.podbean.com. We're also on iTunes, Google Play, I think, and CosmicPotatoNetwork.com. I say I think because I went to Google Play and searched for us and I couldn't find us. So we might be there. I'm not sure. If you do listen to us on Google Play, let us know if we're still there.
Yeah.
Please. And on the CosmicPotatoNetwork.com, On social media, we're at facebook.com/World War G Podcast. We're also on Twitter and Instagram at WWG Podcast. You can also find all of our merchandise at shop.spreadshirt.com/World War G. You can also email us anytime.
Day or night.
At worldwgpodcast@gmail.com. You can also call or text the show at any time at 385-240-1692. Just leave a message. So, this has been World War G episode 271. That has been AJ.
That has been Troy.
Stay geeky, my friends. Almost did it again. I don't know why I do that. Stay geeky, my friends. Remember to wash your hands. There is still a pandemic going on. And stay safe out there. Be happy. Be healthy. And